This is Gus and Frankie. Gus and Frankie have been with me for a very long time. Sorry, I have this really interesting voice today. I don't know why, but we're just going to roll with it. Gus and Frankie's mom is really cool. She is somebody that is semi a business mentor for me, but also just kind of like a really cool person to know. And I just adore her dogs. Gus and Frankie are sweethearts, and I genuinely enjoy working with them because she's more open to creative ideas, and that's something that really excites me. I think a lot of the time too, when people go to get grooming from a groomer, they oftentimes just want their dog to look cute, and that usually just means one length all over, like usually a little bit longer if the coat allows, and a round face, and that's perfectly fine. But when you've done that over 15,000 times, it can get a little bit boring. Not that it's not special, but just if you do the same thing every day, it gets a little boring, you know? So when I have ideas like Gus and Frankie's mom's dogs, it really is more fun because I get to do things like mohawks or bohawks, or I can have short ears and poofy legs. And, you know, like with Frankie, what we're aiming for is we're growing out her ears, and we're going to grow out her eyelashes, and we're going to give her a more cutesy feminine look. Like we might do, you know, long ear tassels or whatever. Like it's so much fun for me. And I think that a lot of the time, people who enjoy this kind of stuff are just fun in general, right? At least that's my take on that whole thing. If I could do more creative grooms, I would be ecstatic. Not that I don't love making dogs look cute with a generic haircut, but I do just, there's something magical about just transforming your dog, and it's just so fun. Anyway, Gus is very nervous. I don't know what happened to him. There was a period of time where he wasn't seeing me, and then he came back, and then he was a nervous wreck, and I don't know what happened. I am skeptical, but I also don't like making accusations about other people, but I always wondered what happened, and I wish I could have known what happened, because he doesn't act like he used to. But I'm just happy he's with me again, so that we can work on making sure that he's comfortable with me regardless of whatever happened before. Sometimes too, I mean, like, poodle mixes tend to have heightened anxiety, and a Cavapoo is a poodle mix. So sometimes they do have heightened anxiety. But yeah, this is not how he used to be, at least in my recollection of his memories. But he's slowly getting better. He at first was extremely scared, but now he's more comfortable. So I know that we're working on it, and I know he's going to get better with time. I think too, just the changing of hands is hard for dogs. That's why a lot of groomers will say, hey, like, it was hard for him today, but stick with me because it will get better. I think that people tend to personify their dogs a little too much and think that they can handle a lot more than they actually can. Oftentimes they do appreciate and thrive in a sense of routine and predictability as well, especially when it comes to people handling them. And when it comes to handling a dog, similarity does breed more confidence in a dog. And yeah, it's better to stick around. Unless they say to not stick around because they cannot do it, I would trust them. And honestly, like, in my opinion, if somebody says that they can't do something, that's more of a green flag than if they pretend that they can do something and then eventually you are no longer allowed to go there anymore. Anyway, that is just some babble on my part. My personal opinions, really, just opinions. But I love Frankie so much. She's a real sweetheart. She's very good. She is actually... She used to be the worst of the two. She's actually now the better of the two. And I think that she just remembered me more quickly because she acts pretty similarly to when I was originally grooming her now. When I first saw her again, though, she was a little rough, but she's back to basically normal now. Anyway, other than that, I don't really have much else to say. They're both great dogs, and I just love working with them. And honestly, I am grateful that she has continued to seek me out and that I get to work with them. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Thank you so much to Gus and Frankie's parents. Honestly, they are so freaking cute. Look at them. They're so cute. Oh my